ready. Yo, it's your boy 3CP, and this is the No Huddle Podcast live. And yes, it's playoff time. Playoffs. I got something funny for the playoffs when I do it. When I put it on YouTube, make sure y'all watch it on YouTube. But yeah, playoffs. It's missed it last year. Everybody knows what happened. JT had that down year. Finally missed the playoffs for the first time in some years. And now we're back playing football in November and December. Hopefully December. Hopefully on the 16th, 18th when the championship is. Hopefully in Dallas Stadium. Hopefully. We hope. We're going to see. So what you're seeing is the playoff brackets. And this right here was JT's playoff. But we're going to just probably make this about the playoffs and go through a little bit of these teams and the games and a lot of East Texas stuff, So let's just get into it. JT beat Sherman pretty bad last night. And I mean, like, Sherman was playing to try to get in the playoffs, and they did not look good at all. Like, they didn't look like they deserved to be in the playoffs. All right. And it was just a bad showing of a team, just real bad football from Sherman. Like, I didn't expect them to even score 13 points. They luckily got that, and that was in garbage time, really. How did they even get the 7 points? They kicked those field goals. Yeah. Well, nevertheless, so we're not gonna spend too much time on Sherman. They're out of there. I think their playoff hopes have been absolutely deleted. Well, are they still in it? Oh, no, they're not in it. Okay, that was a Genjutsu. They are still in it. They haven't been deleted to the Shadow Realm yet. Not to the Shadow Realm yet. So, yeah. But we got tomball. Tomball coming up. I don't know much about tomball, but from what people say, some guys, experts, are saying it should be a close one. And the guys on the forum, one of the guys from Lufkin who watched his Lufkin Panthers play them that Friday said he expected to be a blowout. He expecting JT to blow out tomball, so we'll see. But Lufkin only beat them 35-24. They put some points up on them. So I guess we'll see. I think it was the record like 6-4 or something like that. And yeah. I'm thinking, like, I got to look at some video on it or something, but I think if JT plays the way they played yesterday, I mean, they should be all right all the way into going into Highland Park, or I mean at least Lufkin, because as you see, Lufkin is sitting right here against they are here. No, that's Petite. They're up. Yeah. Okay, I'm tripping. If I take my thing, yeah. See, I'm tripping. I'm doing this on my Xbox, and it's real stupid. It's kind of crazy. Okay, yes, Lufkin sits over here against Magnolia, I believe. Ain't it Magnolia? See, the guy that they played. Who they play? We're gonna get this right. We live. We don't edit nothing. But it's gonna show where Lufkin is going to end up meeting JT in the third round if everything falls into place. Because he's John Todd and tomball. The winner of that takes there, McKinney North. Yeah, we know about McKinney North. That's the team with the crazy quarterback and Peyton Hillis Jr., the running back, the guy that never goes down. So I think Lufkin to take care of them. And then Lone Star Mansfield Legacy. If y'all remember Mansfield Legacy, the team JT lost to in the playoffs the first round that year. Gio McAllister was the quarterback, and they ran one play. Well, 2 plays. Everybody remember those 2 plays they ran? Run in the pistol, run to the running back, run to the running back. Third down, they ran with the quarterback. They did it the whole game. It was so frustrating to watch JT lose to a team that just ran 2 plays, and they couldn't figure out how to stop it. What was the coaching staff doing that they couldn't stop 2 plays? Like, everybody's seen them run. Like, everybody in the stand, like, come on, they're running the same 2 plays every single time. Third down, they're going to run with the quarterback. They really never passed the ball, but like twice, I think. They only passed the ball like twice, literally like 2 times. So that's what it's looking like here. So is this Lancaster or Westlake? Most likely it's gonna be Lancaster meeting up next week. And I heard some stuff about like if that's the case, JT and Lancaster meet up, a Longview possible Longview neutral game site could be the thing. You remember Texas High went to came to Longview to play JT. Hey, that'll be good. That'll be right up JT's alley. That'll be right up alley there. So JT Longview, JT Lancaster, Lufkin and put him. I'm thinking Mansfield Legacy right here. Mansfield Legacy. So that means two good games right here going to the second round, which could lead to JT and Lufkin meeting up in this third round right here. Where would this game be held at, though? If this game came through, we know we're looking way ahead, but this is the playoffs, so shut up. If this game came down to it, what could it be? People say SFA, but no, that's too close for Lufkin. That's too close of a home game. I'm thinking go down to Waco or something, meet up neutral or a Dallas spot. Yeah, Hanby Field. We got the Magic Field. That's the Magic. All the Magic happened there. Hanby Field is never gonna be the same again. Take them to Hanby. We can do another Hail Mary though. And then, of course, you get to this fourth round. You're probably looking at these guys right here. These rich son of a guns right here, Highland Park, with their Bentleys and Porsches and all that stuff. And Poteet and Highland Park could be a good game, though. Look at it. Because Poteet plays College Station, and the winner of that, Highland Park and Independence, pretty much is going to be Highland Park. That's just keep it real. Highland Park's going to take care of Poteet. If Poteet beats Highland Park and everything, I think that'll clear. Like that just shakes the whole playoff thing. That just shakes it all the way up because that's just everybody's picking. Most of the experts are picking Highland Park to win state. That's what they're picking. But like I said, that's what it's looking like. If everything falls into place, JT is going to be looking at these guys right here in this fourth round right here. And then state, you never know, because after that, if they beat Highland Park, and then we see Cedar Park right here in this area right here in the Houston area. That's the Cedar Park from yeah. Cedar Park down there? Okay. I thought it was close to Dallas. I guess they down there in the Austin area too, yeah. So they're sitting there. I wouldn't have had no idea who could come out of after that. I'm thinking maybe Cedar Park. They kind of about to see some pretty good other teams out here, like Port Arthur, I remember this team. Manor is a pretty good team. Of course, Cedar Park, Georgetown. They went to state before, so I remember them. New Caney, that's a good team. That's a few good. Like it's just kind of up in the air for this little region right here, I guess. But down here, they're pretty much like, hey, Highland Park's taking this. This down here is this Highland Park. That's what they thinking. So, yeah. I didn't get much on time. I think City probably have more on this tomball team. But hey, the playoffs is here. Hopefully everybody. Rose 7 got to be packed now. It's a playoff game. Cause the thing is, it was a pretty good crowd, but it seemed like it wasn't as big as a crowd that I've usually seen from John Tyler fans. But like I know, it's cold and all that stuff. But I'm pretty sure it's gonna be packed. I'm pretty sure they're gonna pack the house for this Friday. Bring everybody, Lee fans, White House, everybody. Just bring everybody over. Come from Jacksonville, it don't matter. Longview, you can come too. It's just everything. Speaking of Longview, we just checked that out. I guess we'll talk about it in a minute. See what they got going on in their 6A. I don't believe Lee made the playoffs. Did Lee get kicked out? They lost the game. Yeah, Lee lost. They probably wasn't going to do nothing anyway if they went in the first round anyway. So, yep. I think this JT team, but they playing like I said last night, they played like they was just on fire. The running game is good. Like the running game is right there. It's back. Nobody's hurt. Quarterback is looking good. Cadillac is throwing the ball real well now. It's just everything is clicking. I think this drop down to 5A was the thing they needed because it was just something. I guess the 6A was just, it was not as tough. It just injuries started hurting and the quarterback situation kind of hurt us. It was always up and down all year, and then they lose the team, losing the league, losing the Longview team games they shouldn't have won, should have won and didn't lose. Like it was just too much, and that's just kind of just got him out of there. But we back, and hey, ready to see what this team can do now. Like I said, we see what's going, we see what's ahead. We never can't look ahead. You know, you got to get through this first round, but I'm thinking that she'll be all right. And I'm hopefully we'll see we get another East Texas matchup down the road in 3 weeks. So yeah, that's what it's looking like here on this side, the playoffs and all that. And look at my time. Yeah, we're gonna bring CJ on. Let him tell you some more about this. We're gonna go through some playoff stuff and everything we do. So yeah.
What's happening, world? Live and direct. Well, like I say, like we done mentioned before, seemed like yesterday was the first game of the season. Now it's playoff time. Regular season is in the books. Now this is where it gets interesting, don't it? One of my favorite times of the year. What high school football season, one of my favorite times of the year. But this is playoff time. This is when, as we look at the bracket, like I told Rob yesterday, I couldn't wait till Friday night, Saturday, where I could see who would be playing who. First round, I'm talking about teams all over. The John Tyler, the Longviews, the Lufkins, the Marshalls, Jefferson. I go all over East Texas. I mean, that's just to name a few. Henderson, all of them. Carthage, of course, as they go for a second straight championship, and they completed their second straight perfect regular season last night. Now, I'm gonna briefly, like Rob did, I'm gonna briefly talk about the JT Sherman game. On paper, pretty much a mismatch. Pretty much what happened, what we think was gonna happen happened. JT dominated pretty much from early in the game. Of course, John Tyler, they were shooting for a perfect district record, and they completed that last night. Playoff game was pretty much intact. But, you want to go on and, like I mentioned last week, you don't want to overlook your last regular season opponent. You want to go on and take care of them and head into the playoffs with the momentum you have. Especially, great momentum coming from that Mesquite Poteet game, and we all know what happened with that. So, but, besides maybe I know Sherman broke 1 or 2 runs in garbage time pretty much in the fourth quarter, but except maybe 3 or 4 runs, I mean, really, Sherman didn't really have nothing for John Tyler. And, John Tyler just did what they do. 2 big plays to Street, 2 touchdown plays, does what he does, It could have been even more all night, but, they gave it to their running backs, the Rod Hawkins, Cam Grant, at the Asbell kid, and Devlin Woods, pretty efficient passing. I'll go over just 2 or 3 stats here in just a second, but John Tyler just did on a pretty frigid. Well, some people might think it's frigid, some people think it's cool, but I mean, if you're sitting at that game, you're gonna need to be bundled up at that. So, yeah. So, but hey, that's what happens in November. So, but very exciting, and of course, Cujo Nation, very excited to have the first playoff game at home. I mean, you couldn't ask for more. Going in riding great momentum. I'll go over. Let me go over about 2 or 3 stats real quick, and I'll briefly bring up the playoff game. And I do mean briefly on that, by the way. But Devlin Cadillac Woods, he was just Cadillacing, had a couple big tough runs, and I was like, yeah, he's Cadillacing, even got in the end zone with his feet. But he went 11 of 16 for 202 yards passing. Pretty efficient night. Just what the doctor ordered for what they do. Keandre Street, just 2 catches, but 2 touchdown catches. Both went for 91 yards total. We was talking about, we knew Sherman, they wasn't going to have nothing for him. I mean, it's just not really, until I see it, Keandre Street just a stud out there, man. Run a go route, throw it up to him. If it's in his vicinity, he's just gonna snatch it. Just hey, ask Mesquite Poteet, man, or anybody else at Hanby Stadium. Um, a week from a week from yesterday. Okay, it was just a week ago up there in Hanby Stadium. But Rod Hawkins, he had just 75 yards after coming off 2 consecutive 200-yard games. But JT did a little everything. So, like I said, they got a stable of running backs. You don't need Rod Hawkins to run for 200, but it's a sensational thing if he does, because you got Cam Grant, you got Asbell. They can, do damage on the ground as well. So, and the defense played their tail off. So, hey, except for, couple runs that really mean something, then maybe 1 or 2 in garbage time, Sherman didn't really have nothing for him. But game is in the books. Now we look to tomball. I don't really know much. Now, I've seen them in the playoffs before, because I usually see, like, if you name a team, I'll be like, oh, yeah, they usually are in the playoffs. I know tomball, they're a pretty respectable team. Like I told Rob before we went on, one thing that caught my eye, even though they lost by Lufkin, I think it was just by like 11 points. Some people might think that's a lot, but you might think, oh, Lufkin will blow them out. And the game was in Lufkin. That's one of the toughest places to play in East Texas. I don't care what nobody say. When you go into Lufkin, if you ain't got an A game, you probably going to lose the game. And I don't care who you are. But tomball, for some people that don't know, it's about 45 minutes north of Houston, a little north of Houston. But they're coming off a 6-4 record. So, you don't, like I said, on paper, John Tyler should probably have their way. Maybe not like they did against Sherman, but they should probably win this game. Riding good momentum. The first time in the history that these two teams have ever played. But you can't overlook when it's playoff. Look, the one thing I know, I done learned it from the experts. When it's playoff time, the record is 0-0. It's that simple. If you're in the playoffs, you got to be at least a decent team. But a decent team can look like a great team on any given night. And I'm sure Coach Holmes is going to tell them guys that, you're back in the playoffs, because I can just tell. I want to say this after this last game when they solidified this undefeated district record. I saw a team that's hungry. Now, I'm not saying, oh, they're hungry, they're going to get to the state championship. I'm not saying that. They're hungry. They want to make sure, hey, look, we missed the playoffs last year. We finished 5-5. We're not going to let this happen. I can say a lot of analogies, but I'm going to keep it PG. We're not going to let it happen this time. That's why the motto, I believe, at least part of, or most of that motto of Justify 18 was, hey, Cujo out of the playoffs? Nah, that's very unacceptable. So we can go on and win district, and we can get a top seed in the playoffs. And not only did they win it, they went undefeated. So in district. So here we go, tomball, and we'll see what happens. That game will be Friday night, Rose Stadium, 7:00. Probably another breezy one. Come out and enjoy that. Oh, speaking of tomball, I'm just gonna. Sometimes we could throw some fun facts in there. It's kind of ironic. I thought I'd name about 3 people y'all might not know went to Tomball High School. 3 alums, and we talking about Tomball. We ain't really gonna talk about what kind of offense they run and all that. We'll just watch that game Friday night. But let's just say, they don't look. I know this for sure. They don't match up like where you think, man, they're gonna, blow JT out of the water. Look at the matchup. It's just bad for JT. But like I said, anything can happen on Friday night. But some of y'all might not know two of these people, but I bet y'all know one of these people. Hey, one of the actors on General Hospital, Chad Brennan. Yeah, he went to Tomball. Kind of interesting, huh? Hey, for the people that know country music, one of the more popular bands, Eli Young Band, yeah, the lead singer, Mike Eli. Hey, he went to tomball. I didn't even know that, but I do my homework. And this other guy, y'all might know him. One of the best two-way players in the game of basketball. Yeah, Jimmy Butler. Where he went to he went to tomball. By the way, also went to TJC. Shout out to the Apaches. And by the way, he just got traded to the Sixers. I just found that out about a few hours ago. That's very interesting. So stay on the lookout for that. But let me run through some of these games. We got people. I know people. I know people in some of these areas. You know, I got friends in some of these areas, and you know, people are fans of. You know, they went to different schools around East Texas, so we want to go on and get the information about some of these playoff games, first round playoff games. Speaking of Longview, Rob brought them up. Longview, they'll be playing against Copper's Cove, who's usually a formidable team. They're usually in the playoffs. They're hosting their playoff game. That'll be Friday night at Lobo Stadium. We expect Longview to take care of their business there. They look like they're going to make a deep run by the way they look this year. Lufkin, Rob brought them up. He mentioned them. They'll be playing McKinney North. They'll be hosting their game. That game being Lufkin, one of the toughest places to play in East Texas. Now I'm just going to run through some more. Marshall, they hosting a playoff game, I believe. Shout out to my bro and my DJ Los, Carlos Rhymes. I think it might be the first time they host a playoff game. If I'm wrong, I apologize. That's just something I heard. But they'll be hosting against Lamar Consolidated. So Marshall, I'll be looking for them to go at least, 3 or 4 rounds deep. Might even make it to the state championship. Let's see what happens. Jefferson, a team that's riding high, finished 10-0. They'll be facing Mineola. Now, I know that's a neutral site game. I'm not sure. I apologize. I don't have it. I didn't. I was getting some information together. I didn't get the neutral site, but that's, I definitely apologize. I know some people that would know, but they'll be playing against Mineola. Also, Van versus Athens. That game that'll be a Thursday night game. That game will be in Mesquite. Crandall will be facing Henderson. That game will be Friday night in Palestine. Shout out to my the associates and friends in Henderson. They'll be looking forward for that one. Gilmer. They didn't have the exact kind of Gilmer season we used to seeing, but they're in the playoffs, so anything can happen. They'll be playing against Sunnyvale Friday in Greensville. Bullard, they'll be playing against Connolly. That's another Thursday night game in Ennis. Also, Pittsburgh, they'll be facing, I believe they're facing Nevada Community, I believe. That game will be in Greenville also. I think that's a Friday night game. If I'm wrong, I apologize. There was a lot going on today. I apologize. We had a quick turnaround, but Brownsboro, they'll be facing Lorena, I believe. That game will be Thursday in Corsicana. And another East Texas team, Liberty Ilo, they'll be playing against Cato Mills. So, if I didn't mention your team, I'm sorry. These just some that were in my face. But we'll be having more playoff talk on the next episode of the podcast. Through Lord's will, hopefully we'll be recapping a JT win and moving on to the next round. Rob mentioned it. If JT wins, they'll be facing the winner, Lancaster, and I can't remember who their opponent is, but it may be Lancaster. Those are the projections, and against Wakeland. So we're gonna see what happens. We'll be back at Friday night, Rose Stadium. Be there. You want to see a great playoff atmosphere. Hey, find you a playoff game to go to. It's and if you need to look up the bracket, go maxpreps.com, tylerpaper.com. They'll post his brackets using the newspaper throughout the week and throughout the whole playoff season. So I just wanted to run off some teams that y'all be interested in hearing about because, I get hit up and asked who plays who and all that. So I really admire and respect the people that love high school football. It's just, hey, man, it's to the band, to the players, to the, young athletes just competing, man. It's a beautiful thing to see who get to lift that hardware in December. But hey, I'm signing off. Everything. Also, shout out to everybody that listens to us. Hey, man, we just put our feet on the ground and hit it running, man. But hey, hopefully we'll be having a few more podcasts to talk about during this high school season. But for JT, but like I say, I hope everybody has a great weekend. I'm gonna be signing off. Oh yeah, get to K&K's House of Flavor, Grand Avenue. You know what I'm saying? Right next to the 50 Grand. Right by Texas College. Go get some food. Shout out to the homie Key. K&K House of Flavor. Search it on Instagram, by the way. Go get you some food. Hey, shout out to everybody. Need them photos. S4G Photography. Search me CJ Photography. CEEJAY Photography. You'll see my like page on Facebook. I'm finna pass it back out to Rob. Cujo up. Hey, keep your eyes on them playoff games. That first round be crazy.
Yeah, that's what we is, man. We'll be out here. I haven't been to the House of Flavor yet. I need to. Do we cook it by us? Do we do it all stuff by itself? Like he be in the cooking by himself?
Yeah.
And he take the money and everything?
Yeah.
All by himself? Dang, he was real quick. I mean, that's a lot of work. You probably could hire some. I mean, I know you probably make a little bit more money. Now you probably can, like, get a cashier or something. Because I've been wanting to go. But now every time I try to go, I'm at the working somewhere or I'm not able to go. I want to catch. I want one of them catfish bass he be making. Because he's pretty good cook. But yeah. Shout out to everybody. Just liking the page. Fred Bowie, Deshaun Christopher, I think shout out to Matt. Matt's always popping in. He'll never say nothing. He's my former coworker. I want the Matt. Matt be sneaky. Bad boy Matt. Anyway, shout out to everybody. Shout out to the council. I know we ain't said that in a long time, but hey, this got some stuff going on. Some stuff is popping up. We gonna keep posted with that. You know, sharing all that. Shout out to Bree. She came back from a long trip, and she's back. Shout out to her. I have to say that. Good to see that she's back and she's out. Wherever, and out of her situation. So, shout out to that. And go if y'all, like I said, if y'all do gaming, go to my Twitch page. I'm almost partnered with Twitch. I got a few more things to do, and one of the things is to get to 50 followers. Cause I just started my page, so if you do Twitch, I do a lot of Madden. I'm doing Red Dead. You might not think you like it, but once you get there and you get, you start talking to some of my people, my subs that be there, you'll be like, oh, this is kind of cool. So it's DACEO Rob G. And you see my Facebook page, DACEO, but just put ROBG at the end of that, and that's twitch.tv. I'll probably share it on my page, but yeah, that's what that is. And if we be out of here again, shout out to everybody on the forum that listen to the page. Cujo 2015, I believe. Cujo for life. No Days Off Texas. I know him. John Tyler fan. Who else is those guys? Like, all those names crazy on there. Shout out to everybody. Even Pac 07 from Lufkin. He's a cool dude. Yeah, all of those. And Nathan Peterman is still the worst quarterback in the NFL, if y'all didn't want to know that. So, yes, he sucks. And we out of here now.